Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. And today I'm actually happy. I'll show you the reasons why I'm happy. But there are two main reasons why I'm so happy. But for the first time in a very long time, I'm actually feeling a little bit much more and more positive here for what is happening with the JASMY price chart as well as the rest of the market, right? In this video, I'm going to be showing you my thoughts and what I've been researching all day. It's a positive picture. Let me just tell you right from the beginning of the video here. But I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe because I do TA on JASMY and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. You know what? Let me not one more mouth too much and let's get right into it. So, of course, for the last 2-3 days or so, we've been monitoring this JASMY pattern that had developed on the 4-hourly time frame. This is obviously a descending triangle, and they are known to break towards the downside. For sure, we had broken towards the downside here until all of a sudden, right when the chart was now looking like it's gonna be, the weakest it has ever been. This is where Hara shows up and he says that they have bought $500,000 worth of JASMY for the Junction project. Immediately, the market looked at it and said, you know what, this is something that is positive. And you can see here, like the hours from there, the chart just started pushing towards the upside. Now, what's even exciting for me is that we are attempting to break this downward stopping resistance. We have never been able to break and close outside of this level since like the 3rd of February, right? So today, maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to do something like that here. As we can see that there is general positivity right around the market. You can see some of the altcoins here. On my right hand side are looking very much happy. Basically, with this triangle, if JASMY manages to break at least today's candle outside of something like 2.2 cents, I think this is going to be a very nice confirmation to say that, you know what, the way is towards the upside here. And that's even very nice. You know why? Because it means that the bears were fooled right here, right? Including me. At some point, I had short JASMY, right? But when I saw the news with how I was sharing with Patreon members that, you know what, I'm going to be keeping this short trade in check because, you know what, positive news has hit the market. So right now, I think I'm already in a long position. Let me just go ahead and see that nice and easy and see how high we are flying with the JASMY price. Because remember, we just don't want to be talking about those things, right? We literally want to be putting our money where our mouth is. And you can see right there. I don't know if you can see, it's up something like, 28%, 26%. Okay, that's still good, right? Still, there is much more to come. So the question may be, how high can this, descending triangle take us? Again, it's just, the thickest part of this whole thing. So we're looking for a 20%, 28% breakout here, which is targeting right around 2.8 cents here for JASMY. Now, this is not a price target that we say, okay, everything is now okay with JASMY. It's just, to show some signs of life from this, because really the market has been beat. I mean, take a look at the views here. How many people are viewing this video? 1,000 people at most. And this is a channel that was receiving like 4,000 views in a day on JASMY. So, sentiment is very bad right at this point. But I happen to think that sooner rather than later, we're going to be looking at something amazing right across the board. So I have been mentioning, obviously, the liquidation events that we have had in the last 4 years or so. You can see here the COVID one. You can see here the bottom of the bear market, which was the FTX collapse. And then, of course, we had somewhat of a liquidation event right there in August 2024. Then with the one that we have had recently, this has been the biggest of all of these, like 4 combined. If you combine all of them, like none can beat the one that we just had like 3 weeks ago. So congratulations if you're still here, because you have survived the worst of these liquidation events in the last 4 years or so. The thing that we're looking forward to here is to say this is the last nail on the coffin for the bears. It's when Ethereum just goes ahead and pumps towards something like 2,900. That's it. 2,900. Why specifically 2,900 is because with the liquidation events that we have seen, like crashes like this here, your initial reaction is what you need to break to say that at least the chart has got a chance to push towards the upside once again. I was giving the same kind of examples back here in August. You can see the capitulation happens right here. Then, of course, once you're clearing the initial reaction right there, this is where you see the market pushing towards the upside. So that's really, really nice. Maybe that was a fluke, right? Then we can also make reference of this level here, which was really, this is when FTX collapsed and the market was really bad at that point. I think we also had even banks collapsing back then. Once again, what we were saying is that to confirm that this was the bottom, you were breaking above this initial reaction one more time, and then you were looking to push towards the upside. So ever since then, Ethereum has not looked back. It has, managed to pump towards the upside. We're also seeing the same thing right here with the COVID-19 collapse. And I think I've already explained what's what right there. So I hope you understand why $2,900 is very important for Ethereum. It's just that thing that says, you know what, we have broken that, you know, initial reaction from the crash, and we are looking to go higher once again. So JASMY definitely benefits from that because it has a stronger chart against Ethereum. So when Ethereum is going to be posting like 5% in a day, JASMY can post 15%, right? Because it can multiply that by 3, by 5, whatever the case may be. So at face value right now, the market is looking like it's trying to gather some strength. Don't get me wrong, right? Nothing has been confirmed yet 100%. I'm talking about Ethereum reaching something like 2,900. We are still at 2,750, right? We still have got a little bit much more room to grow. But I think it's also something that I have to acknowledge that JASMY is at a very interesting point, and also the savior was Hara right here. So let's see if this level is going to hold. Obviously, if the whole thing drops, I was totally wrong, right? And I'll look like, you know, dumb. We're going to be monitoring this very much closely and try to see if the whole thing holds, right? Again, on the weekly time frame, I don't have to ignore this. It just seems like, you know what, the main support level for JASMY is right around 1.5 cents, 1.6 cents thereabout. Are we going to be dropping all the way down right there? We have to see the other big market players fail, because I just don't see a scenario in which, you know, Ethereum is doing well, Bitcoin is doing well, other cryptocurrencies are doing well, and JASMY all of a sudden just starts falling towards 1.6 cents on its own. Why? But if you tell me that Ethereum has failed to break above 2,100 and then it heads totally down, breaking even, you know, something like, you know, $2,500, yeah, maybe I can also accept JASMY going all the way down here to 1.5, 1.7 cents thereabout. But before something like that happens, yeah, no, I don't believe that, right? You can believe what you want, but well, I mean, we have to take things slowly, right? Again, I don't want to be celebrating too early because I'm seeing like positive signs here for JASMY in a very long time. But I also wanted to look ahead, right, and see where really this market is standing. One of the most important thing in financial markets is gold. This thing has been on a tear. A lot of people are bullish on gold and bearish on a lot of assets. I happen to differ a little bit. I think that, yes, we have had a massive run here in the last 25 years or so. But if we take reference of 1979, right, when the crash here happened, we see that gold has actually reached its full Fibonacci extension level. So I would honestly expect a bit of a correction from gold. Now, how does that even relate to the JASMY price or crypto in general, right? So if we compare what the Bitcoin price has been against gold, we also realize that, you know, these things, they kind of give each other turns. What we just want to see is some kind of a pullback from gold. Then it goes on to give, you know, a highlight for Bitcoin. So let me show you how those things have played out in the past. Let's go and make use of the 1 monthly time from here. And, you know, down here, the one with the yellow and red candles is gold. And then, of course, the line on top right there is the Bitcoin price. See what I was trying to say here, that if gold finds a way to pull back a little bit, then it allows the BTC price to go ahead and do some kind of numbers right there. Then, of course, I think we're also seeing the same thing in the 2021 bull cycle, which you saw gold stopped right there, right? And then what did Bitcoin do? It went on, right? So if you look at this chart, generally speaking, they move in the same trajectory, but there is some kind of rotation that happens by the end. That's the dynamic that we are looking for, since gold has gotten to a point where you usually get some rejections by them. The other example that I can give is this one right there, which you saw that, you know, gold was giving way to BTC to do something like, you know, this right there. So the three major cycles that we have had with Bitcoin have come with gold giving some kind of a way. So if we start dropping right there, yeah, I think that this actually is a green light for Bitcoin to go ahead and do some numbers. You know the game. If BTC is going to be doing some numbers, I mean, JASMY is also going to be doing pretty well. So that's where we are with the general market, and I think you got some value from this video. I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye bye.